Hey guys, what's up? It's Chunks and welcome to Clash of Saiyans. On today's episode, I am going to be showing you guys 5 different attacks that you can use at Town Hall 10 that we've had success with and that I've seen around. These are some pretty solid attacks. You can see the different ones I'm going to be showing you guys today. Up first, we will be taking a look at the Town Hall 10 Bowler Witch attack. Basically what you're looking for on this one is an easy base where you can have your witches walk down the sides of the base. Single target infernos are always a big sign that you want to use this strategy, as you can just overwhelm these single infernos before they can really do much damage. They won't be able to take out many of your bowlers or witches. So it is very solid if you see this style of base compact in the core, kind of where your bowlers can get in there with a rage and a heal and do some damage. But those single target infernos are basically the key to kind of give this one away when you are looking to attack a base with this style. The single target infernos, as you can see, really don't do much to those witches and those bowlers. They're able to just basically get in here, annihilate this base. It is a little bit weaker style of base, but anytime somebody comes with these single target infernos, go ahead and punish them for having them on their base. But you can see 1010 comes in with this attack, has plenty of bowlers and witches still up in the end. The ones coming down the top side and the bottom side have both survived, and they're working their way pretty much through on the cleanup. Has his queen ability still in the bag because this attack just pretty much demolishes this space. So very good scouting, but like I said, that's one of the things you want to look for. Single target infernos are a big sign for using the Bowler Witch. Now we will take a look at a dragon attack, and you can see this style of base pretty often. Was kind of currently in the meta to try to stop Laloon attacks by giving offset air defenses all beside each other to try to prevent the hounds from actually being able to really tank well for the balloons. So the easiest way to take care of these is coming in with a small kill squad, whether it consists of just your heroes, maybe a few troops, but if you can get all 4 of these air defenses down, since they are beside each other, coming through on the backside with some dragons and just a few balloons to go ahead and soak up those traps will help you to succeed. I actually have a strategy guide on this style of attack itself. I can leave it down in the bottom, so that way if you guys want to check that out as well for some more in-depth details on it, feel free to. But the general premise, like I said, of the attack is to have a small kill squad come in, take out those air defenses. You see he's got 45% of the base just alone off his heroes and the kill squad, just a couple of bowlers. Going in there and getting that jump also takes out that queen, and even though these sweepers are facing the backside of the base, he will have enough spells to just basically haste and rage those dragons through there. And you'll see a lot of the balloons start soaking up those traps as the dragons start coming around the base, and you make sure you just keep those dragons raged. Hound Loon comes out of the clan castle, isn't very much of a big deal. If the dragons encounter that while they're underneath rage, they will be able to just make work of that and get through it relatively quick. So no biggie on that. Air Skellies, once again, no biggie on that. The dragons will be able to get through that pretty easily. Especially underneath rage, they will have enough power. But as you can see, once he gets to the backside of the base, there's just a few point defenses, but there are too many dragons since the air defenses are already taken out that the point defenses are not able to keep up with the amount of dragons. Has a couple of them traveling around the sides of the base, but in the end he is going to have enough muscle to get through the wizard tower and these last 2 archer towers and take them out. So when you want to use a style attack, one of the things or the key to look for is the air defense placement. If you can get all 4 of them relatively close to each other, or have the ability to take them all out before your dragons go in, then you have a huge chance of success with this style of attack at Town Hall 10. Next, we are going to take a look at the infamous Gobolaloon. This attack has been around forever, was super strong in the current meta. A lot of base builders were actually building to prevent this attack. Like I said, the one previously was something that you would see to try to prevent this style of attack, but things you're looking for is easy placement of air defenses. If you get a farm war or something like that, a lot of times you will see bases where the air defenses are pretty easily wrapped around the base symmetrically. So if you can get that, come in with your kill squad's intention of taking out the clan castle, queen, inferno, and any air defenses that you can. This will determine the amount of golems that you're going to bring. On this one, he brought 2 golems because he was going to take out 2 air defenses. That will leave him with 2 golems for the backside, or 2 hounds for the backside when his Laloon comes through. Another tip kind of as well is to drop your balloons first and then have your hounds step up in front of the balloons as they approach those air defenses. The idea behind that being is your balloons travel slower than your hounds, so you want to have your balloons getting into that air defense before the hound really just starts taking a ton of damage. The last thing you want, since you don't have 3 hounds or a bunch of hounds to really get through this base, you don't want to have your hounds just sitting there taking damage while your balloons are slowly making their way into the base. So if you can kind of lead with your balloons first and then get those hounds dropped at the right time so they step in front of those balloons, you're going to actually be able to save a few hits and allow those hounds to tank a little bit longer. Another key thing with this attack is carrying a heal spell. They are always good. If you come through that backside Inferno Tower as it goes down, heal your balloons back up so that way if the hounds do pop, you're not going into the final defenses with balloons with little health. They're also really good heal spells for Tesla farms and high kill zone areas. These are areas where they have 4 or more point defenses. They can roast your balloons extremely fast, so that heal spell can really come in handy for it. The 4th attack we are going to take a look at is going to be a mass miner. I have a strategy guide on this attack as well. Feel free to check it out for more in-depth details about the attack. Typically though, this style of attack is not going to be a fresh hit. What you're looking for when this attack comes is a hound and balloon in the clan castle, because a single poison can take care of the balloon, and then once that is taken care of, the hound is just basically going to just follow around your miners and not be able to do much to them. Some of the key things for your spells is typically you will see 4 heal spells roughly, and then 1 rage spell, with the rage spell being used around when you're going to take on that queen and that first Inferno Tower, so that way you're able to get through it extremely quick, get those miners back up to full health, and not allow those Inferno Towers to do a ton of damage. But with the ability for the miners to go underground and heal back up while the Inferno Tower is even on them is huge. So it kind of negates them a little bit, but at the same time you don't want to leave your miners just sitting out there all day not being healed. You'll see a lot of times people will put high storage hit point buildings in front of their Inferno Towers, so having that rage as well will help you make your way through that quicker, so that way you can get in there and take out that Inferno Tower, because like I said, it will roast your miners if you leave it up for too long. But like I said, the key on this one is to look for a hound and balloon in the clan castle. Golems are extremely bad for miner attacks, because miners only have roughly about 650 health, 600 health, somewhere in that ballpark. I'm not quite sure what the level 3 ones are for Town Hall 10, but when a golem pops, it does roughly about 550 splash damage, and all of your miners will clump up on that golem. It will draw the aggro to them. So if a golem is in the clan castle, you want to find some other way, if you're going to use miners, to deal with that clan castle, as it will just basically annihilate all your miners. They'll be stuck sitting there beating on them, taking a ton of damage, and then when that golem goes ahead and pops, it will do a ton of damage to your miners. So try not to use that attack, or find some way to deal with the clan castle if you're going to use miners and there's a golem or some other thing in there prior. But the key to that mass miner attack is going in there and finding that hound and balloon in the clan castle, and then just basically punishing them for having that. Now we'll jump into the last attack style at Town Hall 10 that I'm going to show you guys today. This one is a little bit more difficult to do. You're going to have to gain the eye to be able to see how they do it, but this is a queen walk / queen charge. Some of the ideas to this is being able to get in there and just have your queen take out an Inferno. A lot of the high value buildings, you see Cobra, he's able to come in, get some nice wall breakers to get through that wall, and then he has the ability and a rage down for the queen as she is encountering the enemy queen and that Inferno Tower. You need the ability when you're going to take on that Inferno Tower, so that way when you pop the ability, she is able to get filled back up with full health. Also takes a couple shots with that ability to only take out the queen, and then having the rage down gets your queen almost instantly back up to full health. So that is going to be one of the keys. Allow your queen to get in there, take out some of the big buildings, save that queen ability, have a rage spell for her when she's going to encounter that Inferno Tower. If you're going to have her go in there and take that out, sometimes you can get your queen to move around and not have to encounter taking on an Inferno Tower. Maybe the way the base is set up, she can encounter taking out some of the high objective things in another way. But if you're going to send her into the Inferno Tower, have that ability ready and a rage spell down prior. So that way, the idea is that you want to have the rage down spell down first, so that way when before she gets into those Inferno Tower beams, she's at full health. Then when she steps into the Inferno Tower range, she's just going to start losing health because there's going to be some type of point defense usually on her or something hitting her, and she'll slowly go down. Then when she gets low, you can pop that ability, and that rage spell will get her health back up to full health almost instantly. But that is 5 attacks for you guys at Town Hall 10 that you guys can practice, use. I'll link, like I said, the additional strategy guides that I have for these already out there. But this is just a few ideas for you guys to get going on this. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them in the bottom. But until next time, guys, this is Trunks helping you stay over 9,000.